Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Paulina. If you're not new here, then you may be wondering, where have you been? So sorry for my, actually, if you're not wondering that, then hey, welcome back. If there is anybody that's wondering where I've been, if you've missed me, I missed you too. And I have, number one, moved. Clearly, these are my new bookshelves. Aren't they just absolutely stunning? I'm obsessed with them. So number one, moving. Number two, actually that number two is moving. Number one is I started nursing school, an accelerated nursing program, which has been intense and time consuming to say the least. So all of my time has kind of been contributed to that, and I have not had the time to make videos that I want to. But we are back today, and today we are going to be organizing my new bookshelves. I am so excited. These are built-in bookshelves. My dad built them for me. This is in my bedroom. My bed is right here, right in my room. I can wake up every day and look at them and stare at them, which I will do. And I'm so excited to organize them. This is what I look like standing next to the bookshelves. Can you picture the vision? I am absolutely in love with them, obsessed with them. I have been so impatiently waiting to start organizing them so I could film it. Currently I have books all around, 8 months worth of Fairy Loot subscription boxes over there, unopened. Wow, 8 months is a long time. I did not think it was that much. That's crazy. I really didn't realize that I hadn't opened Fairy Loot in 8 months. Some sculptures and decorative pieces for the shelves all over the floor. I have boxes in my closet and boxes in the garage that I have to go get. Let's just begin. So turns out it's 9 months of Fairy Loot boxes because this one just came. Boxes must be Fairy Loot special editions, but I genuinely couldn't tell you what I ordered. So I'm excited to find out. I may need to unhaul some books. Okay, I think I brought in all of the books that I own. These books on the floor were all from my book cart that I had in my room. So a lot of these I have already read. We've got all the Fairy Loot that I need to open. These 2 boxes, I don't remember what kinds of books are in them. These 3 boxes, thankfully I labeled. These are labeled. Book of the Month, Crescent City, like all hardcover books are in here. The other 2 are labeled as well. I've got Harry Potter hardcover, Harry Potter paperback, Shatter Me series, ACOTAR. This is the Song of Ice and Fire series, the leather ones. I got these used in like literally perfect condition. These Harry Potter hardcovers are also used. Underneath all those sculptures and stuff over there, I have a box. I don't know what kinds of books are in there, but I'm gonna have to open it up and find out. And then I have this Bridgerton special edition set. I think that's gonna go right up there or right there. Not sure yet. The issue I'm having right now is, should I open up every single box, lay them all on the floor, and kind of try to like organize piles? Like, I don't know, that seems like a lot of books to just have on the floor. So the vision for the shelves, I'm definitely gonna have like special edition books up on the top shelves, things that I don't need to reach every day.
Oh my gosh, it looks so crazy.
What?
Like it looks huge.
Oh,
you look teeny.
Should I put them like this then? On this side, or should I still put them this way?
They look good like that.
Or like this?
No, that seems rushed.
No?
I think that seems rushed. I don't know why. Unless you want to do both of them. Look. Unless you want to like face things coming in, like, and then you put the other ones on that side coming in like that.
Like one this way, one this way?
No, like all of these starting that way. Like if you put that one on this side and like kind of going like this, and then you put the other ones on that side. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. So here's the current status update. I think I'm liking how this shelf looks. We got the Emily Henry. A lot of these decorative pieces on the shelves are sculptures that I made in high school. I made this in high school. Twisted series, 2 of the Addicted series. I haven't started reading this yet. And then just some like cute romance books. Pride and Prejudice over here. Currently, I'm thinking the plan is romance and like fiction in the middle and fantasy on the 2 side shelves. I'm thinking adult fantasy over there and YA fantasy over here. The problem is I think I have more YA than adult, so that might not work exactly as planned, but we will see. I've got the Bridgerton series up on the top. This is what the YA side is currently looking like. Once Upon a Broken Heart series. The only thing I'm not liking about this right now is that I can't put all of Stephanie Garber's books together because I have the Caraval series too, but it doesn't fit because I have so many versions of this Once Upon a Broken Heart series. We've got Shatter Me here, special editions. I'm not loving this yet, so I'm probably going to change this. And then the regular editions here. This is what the adult side is looking like right now. We have the Sarah J. Maas section here with the special editions of the Crescent City. This is from Fairy Loot. These are all fake books that are hollow on the inside. Fourth Wing I paired with the Song of Ice and Fire because they both have dragons. Now I'm gonna put the leather versions of Song of Ice and Fire right next to it. This is also a sculpture I made. I'm not sure if it's gonna stay here or I might move it. I wanna put it in the spot where it catches the light nicely because it has a lot of color in it and it's pretty cool. I'm not 100% sold on these 3 bottom shelves yet, but I have a lot more books than I anticipated that still need homes. So let's figure that out. Do these stay in the packaging, like in this? I think so. I think that looks nice. Oh. I have an idea. So I'm done for right now. I most definitely need to take some time to just stare at it because there's some things that just like aren't clicking right with me and I can't really put my finger on what it is. I'm gonna need to like sit with it for a couple days and figure out what I want to change, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not gonna do my whole official tour just yet because I want to sit with it and see if I want to change anything. Then I'm gonna show you everything. So it's been a few days. I've sat with the bookshelf, stared at it multiple times a day for long periods of time. And the more I look at it, the more I actually love every shelf. I don't think I want to change anything at this point. I'm actually kind of worried about buying more books because like, I just love the way that everything is fitting right now. I really don't even want to change anything. So I'm ready for the bookshelf tour. So here is the overview of the shelves. What I decided to do was mostly romance in the middle with a little bit of just like regular plain old fiction. Also a little bit of dark academia in there, but mostly romance in the middle. We have majority YA fantasy on the left and majority adult fantasy on the right. The bottom shelves are kind of random. That has a bunch of mysteries, thrillers, things like that. Over there we have book of the month and then just kind of like leftovers. Let me give you a closer look. So mysteries, thrillers. I have a random hardcover of the Queen of Shadows, but majority mystery thriller shelf. Over here we have some fantasy, adult fantasy. I couldn't remember if this series is YA or adult, but it kind of fit the vibe over here. Also, yes, I decided to organize by genre, but I go genre and vibes. Even if something isn't necessarily the right genre, but it fits the vibe, I will put it on the shelf. Some more fantasies over here. The shelf is actually pretty much just fantasy. Hopefully mostly adult. I know a couple of them are YA, but I liked them over here. Over here we have the Song of Ice and Fire shelf with Fourth Wing, just because it fits in with the dragons. I put it right here. But we've got
the paperbacks of Song of Ice and Fire. I also got every single one of these at a used book sale, which I like take so much pride in the books I get at used book sales. The leather-bound versions I also got at a used book sale. Put a little sword here for decoration. This little thing I also made. These are all the hollow books from Fairy Loot. I just felt like they kind of fit in nice here. This desk calendar with Sarah J Maas characters is also from Fairy Loot. We have my Fairy Loot exclusives of the Crescent City series. Here we have my Sarah J Maas shelf. Akatar, Throne of Glass, Crescent City. These are actually just the boxes that these books came in, but I felt like they looked nice up there, so that's that. Over here we have honestly just two books that I really love, like two of my all-time favorites. One for My Enemy is one of my favorite books probably ever, and The Dance of Thieves duology is most definitely my favorite fantasy duology, but probably like one of my favorite fantasy series also. This is a scary little sculpture I made. It's actually a hand coming out of an eye. Up here we have The Arabian Nights. I have not read it honestly, but it's so pretty, so I put it next to another sculpture I made. Okay, moving on to the middle shelf. These bottom two shelves are both just fantasy. Excuse me. These bottom two shelves are both romance. So just random romance here, random romance there. This one is a little bit more random. We have romance-ish, but I kind of paired sad books all together. I did this at my old house too, and for some reason it made so much sense in my head. Like here down, these are like the sad books. This one is two. But then I was going based on height. I had to move a lot of things around on these two shelves because I wanted them to be as similar to one height all the way across as possible. So sometimes things would make sense, like a book would make sense to be over here, but if it wasn't the right height, I'm shoving it down. Why do I have two copies of The Secret History when I haven't even read one of them? I don't know. Don't ask. Mariana Zapata here. We got that hidden away in the corner. I honestly love this shelf. We have my Emily Henry over here. I went and bought Happy Place the other day just so I could put it here. I have not read it yet. I have read these three. Beach Read is one of my favorite books ever. Really excited to read Happy Place, but I'm waiting to read it when I go on vacation. Another little girl I made. Twisted series. I have the first two books in the Addicted series. These are actually a bunch of unfinished series up here. I have the first book in the Chestnut Spring series, first book in Magnolia Parks, also How Cute Do the Pinks Look Together, One in Rome, Practice Makes Perfect, first two books in the Dreamland Billionaire series. I don't think I'm ever going to buy the third one because it just makes me mad that it doesn't match, so it's going to stay two books on my shelves. And then Pride and Prejudice. I really love how this shelf turned out. Up here we have the Taylor Jenkins Reid and some random fiction. Got my special edition of Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Also one of my very favorite books. I feel like I'm gonna say that about so many books, but like it is true. Regular version of Seven Husbands, Taylor Jenkins Reid up to here. A Little Life. Haven't read that. Actually, I haven't read any of these books this way, but I kind of paired these as like random fiction. Another little thing I made. We've got Bridgerton up here. This is the Illumicrate edition of Bridgerton. It is so pretty. And up at the top we have spines of all of my monthly Fairy Loot books. I signed up for Fairy Loot subscription solely for this reason, because I knew that I would want them displayed like this on my top shelf. And for the last shelf, the one all the way on the left, down at the bottom, Great Gatsby, all of my book of the month, Great Gatsby, Great Gatsby. I have three versions of Great Gatsby. That blue one is actually a graphic novel. A couple of random fiction, a couple of leftover fantasy, a couple of just random other stuff, Christmas books here, and some nonfiction over here. This one kind of ended up being the leftover shelf. Up here we get into my YA fantasy. Up on this next shelf, we have my hardcover YA fantasies, Stolen Heir, Divine Rivals, Ruthless Vows. These two duologies right now make me a little mad because I have the Fairy Loot edition of Divine Rivals, but the regular of Ruthless Vows, and then the regular Shadows Between Us, but the Fairy Loot Darkness Within Us. Also, can we just take a moment for this book, because I don't know if it's even released yet. It must be because I have it, but The Shadows Between Us is one of my favorite books. Literally, like, how many times can I say that, really? But truthfully, like, that is one book that I will accept no criticism on because I don't care what anyone has to say about it. I love it. I didn't even know this book had a release date yet, and so, like, it showing up at my house was the biggest surprise. It's just so beautiful. Like, I'm so excited to have this book, and I'm so excited to read it. But yeah, the whole, like,
not matching the versions of the books kind of upsets me. If anybody's selling Ruthless Vows in the Fairy Loot edition, let me know. I will take it off your hands. Also, I don't know if Shadows Between Us ever came in Fairy Loot, but if it did, I would also buy that. YA Fantasy, this came in Fairy Loot. These little things I thrifted. They're so cute actually. Like they all look like this on the inside. Like this is Humpty Dumpty. They're all different little stories. Little Red Riding Hood. They're so cute. I wanted to display some of them open, but I couldn't figure out like where or a good spot for them. So right now they're just sitting like this. I think that's temporary. I don't like how they look stacked on top of this thing, but I just couldn't figure out where else to put them. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Some more YA fantasy, Cruel Prince, These Violent Delights, Daughter of the Pirate King, Daughter of the Siren Queen. This is technically not YA fantasy. I would consider this dystopian, but that's the literal only dystopian I have besides Shatter Me. And I was not going to put it with Shatter Me. Little sword from Fairy Loot. And then we have my Shatter Me shelf. We have the regular Shatter Me paperbacks on the right. The gorgeous Fairy Loot editions on the left. I cannot figure out how to display these. If you like this, please tell me. Ignite Me was my favorite in the series, as is everybody's favorite. So that's why that one I have facing out. But like, I just feel like there's so much going on in the books. In like this special edition of the books, they're so pretty. I don't know what is a good way to display it. So please tell me if you think I should change this or if you like how it is. Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. Why do I have so many versions of these books? I don't know. When I opened these books up the other day, I completely forgot that I had ordered them. It was such a surprise to me. I was so excited. This was like literally opening up presents on Christmas morning. They're just gorgeous. This little box thing came from Fairy Loot also. These three are just the regular versions of the books. This one is also a regular version. It's probably like Barnes & Noble version, but the dust jacket I got for free. I don't remember what I signed up for, but Stephanie Garber had something on her story that was like the first so many people that pre-ordered the book and submitted the link, they would get this special edition dust jacket. So that's how I got this. I don't know why I ended up with two versions of A Curse for True Love though, because they're both the same. They're definitely both just Barnes & Noble versions, so I don't have an answer for that. Up here we have Harry Potter hardcovers that I thrifted, just the regular paperbacks. This little scary tree thing I also made. And the last shelf at the very top, we have my little Slytherin snake, Slytherin candle, and what I like to call a Slytherin vase that I made. If you can see, that is also a snake. He just doesn't have a tongue currently. So that is the tour of every shelf. Personally, I love it, but if you have any suggestions, I am open to them. So that is it for the bookshelf organization and bookshelf tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I am so happy to be back making another video. If there's anything you want to see from me soon, please let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you soon. Bye!